bathroom!
Oh, fuck.
Bird offs herself to express her
Stop talking.
I was only gone an hour.
Checked her pulse?
V. She's gone.
Gotta do something with her.
Don't want any trouble. I'm calling the badges. Can you carry her to the bed?
As if that'll change anything.
Yeah, I need to report an accidental death. North side, Jackson Street. No. No imminent danger. Suicide. Tomorrow? No! Today! What part of dead don't you understand? No, she was not pronounced dead by trauma team. If she'd have had coverage, we wouldn't be talking. And fuck you! If you don't want to move your asses, why don't I come down to the precinct and trash it into bits? Now will you come and arrest me, you pussies? Fine, I don't give a fuck what you write me up for. They'll be here soon. Told me to keep her on ice until tomorrow. Can you believe the balls?
You know, to you, she was your best friend, so it's a terrible tragedy. But they must get dozens of calls like this every day.
What are you? Their fucking PR rep?
No, just saying.
Put something on her. I'd rather she look like a person than a body. Could you wait outside? Close the door, V. Please. Bum a cig.
Didn't know you smoked.
Quit. It's been years. But right now I need something besides air in my lungs. Please, V, just one.
Here.
That was her smoke case.
Wanna hold on to it?
No. You seem to like it. Keep it. Kinda glad it's you that has it, actually. Fuck, Evie. I let her down. I thought if I gave her some space or time, she'd get back on her feet.
Stay strong, Judy. Don't let this tear you down.
You know what? Let's just not say anything for a minute, okay?
Her condition, couldn't think about anything else. Tech-wise, she was clean. Doll shard was operational, uncorrupted. So, psychological trauma had to be that. Did some more digging in her virtues, found Woodman.
He kept her. Had his way with her. The things he did. And once he got bored, he pawned her off.
What did Woodman do to her? Did you see it?
Yeah. And I really wish I could unsee it.
Wait, so you found other recordings?
Had another look at the corrupted ones. You know, lots of static. Hard to pick up anything, really. At some point, I stumbled on something like an echo of the spat we'd had last time we saw each other. But I know she wasn't scrolling.
Then why was it saved as a virtue?
Got no explanation for it. Maybe she recalled it later, relived it, almost. Implant could have been on when, you know, as a defense mechanism, escaping into the past so as not to live in the present.
I had no idea that guy was such a monster. Saw him as your average tricksy sleazebag.
It puts on a convincing facade. I knew him, but I never thought him that sick in the brain. Gotta be something I can do about it.
Like what?
Don't know yet. Think I'll call Suze. Thanks, V. Sorry, but I'd rather be alone now. Promise to keep in touch.
Anything comes up, holler on the hollow. Hey, Judy. How you feeling?
Shitty, but something came to me.
So what did you come up with?
The Mox Dive, Lizzie's bar, used to be a joy house. Tiger Claws killed one girl too many, so people took matters into their own hands. Belongs to us now. Clouds could stand to get the same makeover.
Got the Mox to agree to take over Clouds.
No, I'm trying to get you. Know someone at Clouds who'll take our side. Will you help?
Fine. Got me on board.
Ooh, yes.
Okay, so, what's the plan?
First up, we gotta talk to Maiko Maeda. If she's not with us, might as well throw our hands up in the air.
Evelyn, Maiko, you seem to know your way around Clouds.
I used to work there. Helped them out with their behavioral chip, perfecting it.
Why'd you leave?
Didn't like the vibe. Place reeked of exploitation.
Maiko Maeda. Who is she exactly?
Girl who unofficially runs Clouds. Good at it, too.
What's she do officially?
She's a doll, so she's a nobody.
You sure Maiko's gonna want to join forces?
If I was sure, I'd be on the hollow to her and we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Let me rephrase. Is there any chance she'll slap us around and shove us out her mega tower window?
Of course, sure.
Guess I can work with that. When we doing this?
Early morning, Clouds will be closed. Hardly a soul lurking at that time.
How early?
Before 8, I'll be by the entrance. Nah, scratch that. The balcony above Clouds. We'll sneak in. No one needs to know we're there.
On the balcony. Got it.
Hey, V. Thanks for showing. Talking with Maiko's like a game of 3D chess. Don't let her derail you.
Care to be a bit more specific? Wouldn't mind knowing what to expect.
Expect everything. Miss a beat, she'll wrap you around her finger, get you on her agenda while thinking you're the one in control.
Ooh. Guess I know the type. Some deets about her could be useful when I talk to her, don't you think?
No, leave the talking to me.
How do you aim to get her over to our side?
By telling the truth. About Evelyn, what happened and why.
Think that'll cut it?
No. Have to improvise from there.
So, in brief, I'm just here as your hustle, right?
Never said that. I just know the woman better.
You seem a bundle of nerves.
have a mind to kill the bastards with my bare hands. So yeah, you could say I'm a teensy bit nervous.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Hold on, I'll open it.
A lock like that? No way you cracked it open on your first try. You know how to get around their systems?
Appears so. Was hoping they hadn't run any updates since I left. Looks like I was right. Easy as paella. Follow me.
Judy Alvarez. I'd say it's great to see you, but I've never been one to lie. Also, I never like surprise parties, which you know.
Yup, bet I even know why.
Thought you'd hit rock bottom when you joined the Mox. Guess you've managed to stoop even lower now. Consorting with a common thug. Yes, V. I mean you.
Sounds like I left a mark on this place. Good.
If by mark you mean buckets of blood, then yeah, congrats.
Don't mind me. Just here to blend into the decor.
That's no reason. Why come at all?
To make sure Judy gets what she came for.
Jude would have had a better chance without you.
Judy has a proposal. About clouds.
Wanna come back? Done. Always valued your skills, you know that. Just don't get why you had to drag this loose end in here.
Stop treating dolls like meat and I'll consider it. But first things first. Clouds needs to be taken from the Tiger Claws.
Okay, look. It's clear what happened to Ev was traumatic.
Huh? I was convinced you didn't know.
That girl was asking for an unhappy ending. I was just surprised it took so long.
We gotta do something! Or everyone will end up like Evie! Woodman raped her while she was unconscious, then sold her like she was so much scrap.
Yeesh, you've always been unstable. Okay, since you seem more reasonable, care to explain what this is about?
You aware what Woodman did to Evelyn when she was desperate for help? You sit by, let that happen?
Tiger Claw bosses rule this place. Know how much I mean to them? About as much as you two and your problems mean to me. Read, negligible.
Doesn't it make you wonder why you even work here?
Gonna pretend as if you two weren't ever here. For old time's sake, Judy. Literally moments from now, security's gonna figure out you're here. Got two options. Go out the way you came in, or get thrown out. And that's not a threat or figure of speech. Just a friendly heads up.
Had enough. I'm leaving.
Smart move. And so you don't think I'm brushing you off completely, Forrest will be on the maintenance
I'm not
level
your
in a
enemy
couple
here.
minutes. And I didn't ask for your opinion.
You picked the wrong side, Maiko.
I'll be the judge of that.
That went smoothly. She totally blew us off.
Don't worry, she put on an act. A few days down the line, she'll call and tell you her plan to take over clouds as if it was her idea.
You might be onto something.
You two have a history?
Way back, yeah. Think I just felt lonely.
Like everyone in Night City.
She was different then. And so was I.
Can't trust people that see everything as a numbers game. Line between patting you on the back as their friend and planting a knife in you as their enemy is down to a decimal.
I know. Right there with you. Well, used to have a big crush on her. Took me a long time to realize who she really was. But still, honest or crooked, we need her. Just think, could have gone diving this morning.
A little unwinding do you good. Do me good too, actually.
I wouldn't have been unwinding, not exactly. Got an idea buzzing in my head, working it, but I can't say if it'll amount to anything.
Yeah, you, a deck chair, and a Mai Tai with a cocktail umbrella. Somehow I don't see it.
No, me in the deck chair's me mulling over coulda, shoulda, wouldas. Something I avoid right now.
What's your problem?
Wait a sec. What about Woodman?
Well, what do you want to do?
I want somebody to unload lead into his face till there is no face.
Somebody?
Fine. Want you to do it.
Don't have an ounce of sympathy for that motherfucker.
So, we going there?
Damn straight. Let's end him.
We'll take the elevator. Quickest way. Maintenance level.
Miners became trapped deep underground following a high-magnitude earthquake. Thanks to
I know it's worse than a corpo. A wannabe corpo bitch.
You mean Maiko?
Piece of work, that one. But I'll give her credit. She's dead on about your chances of pulling this off.
The miners were able to immediately return to work. Moving from below the Earth to above it, Militech has announced plans to establish a new colony on the red planet. The proposed base will be subdivided into 3 areas: industrial, scientific, and residential.
Fuck you two doing here? Where's Maiko? What?
Yes, get out of Let's get out of here, V.
Yo, my tumors, shroomers, and fumers, Mr. Whitey here. Drop that milk-toast tibble and rush to the nearest store for sweet, clean speed. Because life is too short.
Be satisfied. Punch the ground floor to get out of this place.
Kumquat for the soul.
Almost felt like the world would be a better place once he died. And the feeling, it was so fucking strong.
You know, revenge isn't ever really worth it. People want to believe it'll be the miracle pill for their grief. But that's not how it works.
Okay, except nothing I can do if you don't tell me.
Guess that's that.
Oh man, you're screwing with my head.
There's that tone. Yelling comes easy. Taking me out somewhere. That fucking sword is on the.
Gotta get back to Maiko with something big.
Appealing to her sense of justice wasn't big enough?
Maiko only works with specifics.
So, what now?
Gotta think. We need more bodies, that's for sure. I'm gonna talk to the dolls. I'll call you when I've got something. See you later, V, and thanks.
Damn right I do. Come over to mine tonight. Gonna lay the groundwork with Tom and Roxy. They're with us. Michael will be here too.
How'd you manage that?
Got something really big. Tell you everything tonight. Last thing, what do you like on your pizza?
A&A. Artichokes and avocado flavor. And zucchini for good measure.
Ooh, fancy. So, I'll see you come evening?
Gonna tell me this big secret of yours?
Figured out how to tweak behavioral chips. Turn dolls into fighters.
Sounds like my kind of plan.
We'll go over the specifics tonight. You're coming, right?
Of course I'll be there.
Hey, V. Come on in. Pizza's getting cold.
You made it. Good. Grab a seat. This is Roxanne. She's worked at Clouds longer than any of us.
Hello.
Yeah, respect. A feat in itself from what I've seen of the place.
Just been lucky, I guess.
Just eat the free pizza and then we're out of here, okay?
So then, what's the plan?
Need to wait for Maiko.
Were you and Evelyn close?
Yeah, blew up in her face when she showed up back at Clouds. She was supposed to be long gone, the one who got away. But deep in my heart, I was glad to see her back. Feel like such a gunk now.
You'll never get rid of the stench of the corpse. You drop a lot of them, don't you? What's your secret?
So, change your mind, huh? Quickly, too.
I'm here. Doubt I need to explain why.
So, what's this plan all about?
I'd like to hear the answer to that, too.
I modified the behavioral chip. It can equip any doll with a motor reflex system. In other words, make the doll move and fight like a Preem-tier solo.
Fascinating, isn't it? What one can learn while tuning fake orgasms for the Moxes.
Mind stepping outside? Can't smoke in here.
You'll air it out later. Fine. I'll sit by the window.
The body will react as if executing a well-trained series of movements. Already tested it out on Tom. Chip's impulses supplant any natural reflexes, so it'll make users feel like they're experiencing cyberpsychosis.
But it's basically the same as when we activate ourselves for a client.
Solo skills don't lie in just executing movements. They're split-second processes that happen. Logistics, decision-making, result of years of practice. Doubt your chip's capable of compensating for that.
You're probably right, but I don't see another way. Alternative's intensive training, but we don't have time for that.
Tech that's all pros and no cons, I don't buy it. Side effects, spill them.
Combat mode auto-initiates when a threat is present, and there's no way to stop it. Can't find a workaround.
And that's it.
I don't know. Only way to determine that'd be through months of testing on a range of subjects.
There's an ethical side, too. You could murder someone and not remember a thing.
How'd you ever come up with this?
Learned how the behavioral chip works at Clouds. Always seemed like they must be pretty easy to modify. I'm surprised I didn't get the idea the moment we walked into Maiko's office.
Count yourself lucky. What with all the cams and mics and Clouds? Tiger Claws would sooner dig those chips out of the dolls with screwdrivers than let an idea like this run its course.
All right. Gotta see it to believe it.
Finally, someone said it.
Tom? Pulled that sequence from a kung fu training virtue.
Yeah, I'm not convinced. If I'm to count on ninja dolls, I'm gonna need to see some real action.
Like, wanna spar?
What else?
Just don't mess up my digs, okay? I like it here.
It's on now!
What the? Ah!
You there? Can you hear me?
Look at me go! You see that? Woo! Gotta do some cardio!
Just say it.
Who, me? This is my impressed face.
Okay, okay. That probably settles it. The chip works.
Let's get to it then. You've got an elite force of 3 muscleheads and a techie. What now?
Guards and tiger claws in and around will overpower, take down, disarm, escort them out. Clouds will be ours. Bosses, we'll give an ultimatum. A cut of the proceeds in exchange for never showing their faces at the club again. And having no say in how the club's managed.
That's what I thought. A half-baked, insane plan. You can't see more than an inch ahead of you. Taking out the security there won't solve anything. Claws will just send more. Hiromi Sato's the man you gotta get to.
Hiromi Sato. Who's that?
Cloud's real boss. He rarely shows, but you can't so much as sneeze without him finding out. Claws trust him, respect his opinion. He is one of them. We can try to convince him, but it's doubtful. We stand a better chance by injecting him with a dose of fear.
Where do we find this Hiromi?
At his apartment, H8 Mega Tower, topmost floor. It's a penthouse, almost never steps outside its glass walls. But I'll figure out a way to get us inside.
Dom and Roxanne gonna come with?
No. Whole point's to strike both places at the same time. They'll take care of business at Clouds.
Two-pronged assault. Loving it.
This just might work. If we get him in his apartment, where he thinks he's completely safe, bosses will understand what we're looking to demonstrate.
My, there's a flickering in that skull sponge of yours after all.
So how about it, V, Tom, Roxy? Made up your minds?
I need to think about it. Never wasted anyone before, you know.
I'm with it all the way.
V?
Don't tell me you're seriously considering this. Sticking our precious necks out for a bunch of whores?
Count me in, Judy. I already said I'd help, didn't I?
Thanks, V.
Save the gratitude for later, please.
Oh,
I'll
shit,
set up
not
the meet
good.
with Hiromi and let you know. I need a couple days. Have fun. Toodaloo.
Michael, hold up. Give us a lift.
Only if you don't talk to me. I feel a migraine coming on.
Shit. I'm scared, V. Speaking of gratitude, stuff I'm asking you to do, well, usually comes with a price tag, I know. You want to help, I get that. But I'm more than happy to pay your fee in full. Feels like it's only right.
Judy? For real? No, don't want to hear it.
But
Bep. Not a word.
V, everything okay? V?
Okay. Okay, I'm better. Fine.
What the hell, V? You, like, sick?
It's past. Forget about it.
It's late. You're tired. You can crash on my couch if you want.
Sounds great. Thanks.
Don't worry about it. Make yourself at home.
Didn't know she dabbled in robotics.
Now that's fucking Shimra. Think that's how she winds down?
After a day's work of tuning hardcore smut? Wouldn't be surprised. So glad you came.
Mulled it over in my head. Y'all were right. Sometimes the only rational course of action is a kick in the nuts and a bullet between the eyes.
You nervous, Tom?
How'd you know?
First time you've done anything like this. Just imagine you're doing what a doll does, just different program. You're great at that. Any idea how I can get to Hiromi?
Pulled the blueprint, got it all figured out. Okay, not all, but we're good on the penthouse. Best bet's to access it from the service level. Got a way in from there.
All right, we going in?
Let's do this.
Ikura!
Taste the love!
Arasaka, the finest.
You two head in right after us. Go straight to Clouds.
About fucking time.
Station. Sharp. Gangoons might be lurking. Got a jack into the panel on the other side. Can you take him out?
Why does everything here always have...
Where the fuck?
Meet you by the panel.
What then? Everyone all in position?
Tom and Roxy should already be at Clouds. We go on Maiko's signal. They'll mop up security, you deal with Hiromi. But first, you gotta get into the penthouse.
You not coming with me?
More likely not to be detected if you're alone. And besides, I'll be more useful here. If they activate any alarms, I can override.
Okay, on my way.
Elevator's on the other side. Be safe.
27.2% of the vote. His campaign floundered following charges filed against
How's
him
the
in
sitch?
murder investigation.
We're inside at Clouds.
Who's taking which floor?
I'll take the lower level. I'm gonna head upstairs. We're all set.
Resounding victory with 7% of the vote. In his concession speech, Mayor Holt offered his congratulations to the victor. Now we see whether Peralez will be able to realize his ambitious campaign promises. After the break, when will the Corsairs end their losing streak?
All right, on the roof.
Jump down onto the balcony. Careful though, okay?
Yeah? Get fucked, okay? Yeah, I know what I said. Fuck you! Okay, later, Tomb. I'll be late. I told you, we have shit tons of work. No. Don't wait up. I don't want any fucking dinner. Everything you cook tastes like sawdust anyway. Love you too.
Punch the alarm.
Not if I got anything to say about it.
You little soyaro!
I love this job!
Go fuck!
Same here.
Go to the surveillance cam in front of the security room.
Hoping you'd make less trouble getting here. Luckily, they're all jacked into virtues. It'd be game over otherwise.
Right, wrong. Chicks will give you shit no matter what you do. This one's a real charmer, too.
Could have called off the guards, you know. Would have been quicker, simpler.
I don't have that kind of authority. Yet.
Why are there 3 guys? What's she playing
That's our
at?
target. Hiromi Sato.
Who are the other 2?
Target audience of today's presentation. Hiromi answers to them directly. Now they're gonna watch him die in a pool of his own piss.
This is not what we agreed.
Look at me. See this? This is a look of unfucking surprise on my
I know
face.
the clause. To them, power is a question of strength, ruthlessness. This is the only way.
Maiko.
I'm about to jack him out. They will not be chirpy after the rude awakening. One show ends, another begins. Just as good and unforgettable. Understand?
All right, I'll do what I can. Jack him out.
Well, she is no Parker. Wait. What's going on? Who is this?
Living proof that Hiromi Sato's time is up. This merc has already disturbed the clientele at Clouds once. He murdered Oswald Forrest. And now he's invaded Mr. Sado's private residence. As if that were not enough, this is where Hiromi's sheer incompetence has led all of us to.
What the hell?
I have long looked upon Hiromi Sado's foolish, inept endeavors. But this? I think it's obvious he has outlived his usefulness.
V, what the fuck's she doing?
Clouds needs new management.
Am I to understand that this future manager stands before me now, speaking with—
Hold on, Michael. I think you're getting carried away.
I see not all has been agreed.
V, you gotta take him down. That's why we're here.
Dolls of Clouds are declaring their independence. Club will be run by them, and only them.
V, let me do the talking.
Tiger Claws will get a cut of the revenue, but they'll have no say in how the club is run.
Stop this right now!
I'll get everything under control.
You cannot even control your own mercenary. Hiromi will answer for his incompetence later. Whereas you will answer for your insolence now.
You dishonorable!
Time for a bloodbath!
V, what the hell were you thinking? You any idea what's gonna happen now?
Matter of fact, I do. Either you walk away and never come back to Clouds, or I end you here and now.
I see you got everything planned out, but you forgot just one thing. I've also got a doll chip.
All right, V, get out of there. Exit's on the lower level of the apartment. Then find the elevator. Tom and Roxy are outside and safe. They weren't followed. Get down to street level, waiting by the food stalls.
Fuck. Should have seen that coming. Probably had this planned from the start. Same sec we walked into her office. Jesus, am I a gunk.
Who cares that she was scheming? We did it. That's what matters. Clouds belongs to the dolls now.
You're right. That was the plan all along. You made it happen. Thank you. See you later, V.
See you around, Judy.
You know, same old. You?
I got good days, got bad days. Same as ever. You, called just to see how I'm doing, or...?
Not just. Got a favor to ask you.
Ask away. It's never boring with you.
Interesting people aren't easily bored.
No chance in your company. But now that we've blown each other, what's up?
You're on a need-to-know basis. So, this particular mission don't require you to have no gun. Just a wetsuit.
Gotta say, I am intrigued. Why the wetsuit?
Can't back out now. Just gonna have to use your imagination.
You really know how to reel me in, don't you?
Ain't seen nothing yet.
All right then, count me in. But I gotta warn you, I look great in a wetsuit.
Damn out past Rancho Coronado. Know it?
Sure, what about it?
Little, abandoned bungalow lakeside. Meet me there. At sundown.
Okay. Is this a date?
You're not my type, Holmes. Just show up. I'll see you there.
Hey, V.
For all that went down, I thought you and I'd be ancient history.
Don't be a gonk.
So what's the latest from Clouds? Know anything?
Nothing of any interest. We got a new situation, and everybody's trying to adapt. Me too.
Doesn't sound like it's all okay.
Doesn't mean it isn't.
Any news from the Moxes? Events, ideas?
No. Don't see all that much of them.
How come?
You know how they are. Piss me off sometimes is all.
So, ready to tell me what we're doing here?
Well, been tinkering with virtues a lot lately and figured out a way to scroll 2 actors' experiences at the same time. Thought we could try it out. If you're down, of course.
How does one marry 2 separate neural tracks?
Well, at first I tried to create a single profile out of 2 data streams. Didn't turn out so great.
Must have gotten tangled up. Interference, white noise.
Yeah, effect was kind of like a bad art house. Couple tries in, though, I managed to isolate specific sensations.
So you load them onto separate neural tracks. No emo bogies. Not bad. What do I gotta do?
You, my friend, are just gonna scroll me a virtue.
That's it?
Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This could be... my greatest work ever.
Sounds like we could do this anywhere. Why do we come all the way out here? What is this place?
Cottage belonged to someone I knew. It sits empty now. I take the liberty to use it from time to time.
And that's where we're gonna scroll?
No, we're gonna scroll underwater.
Nope, no way. Bad idea. Tell her to find some other yes man.
What do you say? You in?
Hell yeah, I'm in.
Awesome. So, let's go. Got the hardware here. All right, suit up, landlubber.
Do this often?
Dive in? As often as I can.
Why'd you choose this of all places?
Why? Don't like it?
It's okay, but any special reason you chose this one?
Of course there is. But you'll have to wait to find out what it is. Let's get this scroller on ya.
Water's toxic. That not a problem?
Whole reason we're suiting up.
Haven't even asked me if I know how to swim. Not worried I'll just sink to the bottom like a bag of rocks?
50-50 chance, I guess. Willing to risk it for the footage.
Look pretty damn fine in that wetsuit.
Don't go there, dude.
All right, let's do this. Freezing-ass water, here I come.
Okay, we're all set. You go first. Stay close behind me, and don't descend too fast.
Where are we headed exactly?
About halfway to the deepest point. It'll be pitch black, but the currents are gentle. Ought to be safe. Want the precise coordinates?
Nah, why bother? I'll just stick close to you.
Okie dokes.
Virtues are more to you than just a way to churn out eddies, huh?
Well, duh. Think paintings, songs. They're meant to produce emotion responses.
Generally how any kind of creativity works, sure.
Right, so art's a casing, trigger for emotion. Well, BDs are emotion in near pure form. This is it. Swim over here and look straight at me, will you? Great. Great. Signal's clear. Just need your help with a few basic checks. Need to calibrate our gear. First up, motion sensors and scrolling. Circle around me. Swim. Great, motion calibrated. Back my way now, V. Next up, sound check. I'm gonna hum a song, you give me the title. Read me?
But I hear you just fine.
Need a wider range. Levels can't be short of perfect.
No idea what the song is, but I heard it. Goes something like...
All right, we're all tuned and synced. All right, that ought to do it.
What now?
Prepare to have your mind blown. Wait for it. Now grab this and hold on tight.
Down we go.
Impressive, huh?
Had no idea. If you said we'd see a sunken town.
Like it?
Dunno. Sure as hell never seen anything like it, can tell you that.
Used to be called Laguna Bend. Just 15 years ago, people still lived here.
What happened here? Why'd it get flooded?
'Cause someone stood to profit.
Got some connection to this place, right?
You got it. Grew up here. Haven't been back since Laguna Bend was wiped off the map.
Why are you showing me this?
Want to get the right emotional reactions. Got a feeling this will be perfect for my experiment.
Why's this stand to be perfect?
Hoping you'll be able to pick up all the unfiltered mess of emotions this place brings out in me. Like it or not, you'll react to those feelings. That's what I want to capture.
Sounds Nova. Let's do this.
Played this moment coming back so many times in my head. Taken me years. Working up the nerve for this.
Why didn't you come earlier?
Good question. Easy answer would be that I didn't have time. Gear, stars weren't ever aligned. Truth is, the very idea just felt weird.
Flo's Diner, best eatery in town? Only one at that, too. Burgers weren't amazing, too greasy. Big. Of course, I say that now. Back then, they were the best thing I'd ever chewed and swallowed. And next door, that's where we lived. Me and my grandparents. Just let me know when you want to forge ahead.
Looks like this fell off your one and only eatery.
Now let's see. Childhood for you tasted like sushi with real rice. Used to stuff a few in your mouth at once and pretend you were a giant.
Bigger family gatherings were great. That's where we even got real fish. I like synth fish more, though. Real fish is just too stinky. That's a weird place for a framed picture.
Water probably carried it out of someone's house. Anything to make out?
Nah, not much.
I wish. Played street hockey on rollerblades.
Quit schmoozing, Alvarez. We're losing because of you. Connie! You're dead meat anyway. Will you go out with me? Sorry, you gotta go. They're calling.
Got something here. Looks like an old photo cam.
DPI 350. Practically an antique.
You like it?
You kidding? It's awesome.
Here, take this camera. Better off in your hands than sitting here collecting algae.
Gosh, thanks.
What about your parents?
Dad was never in the picture. Mom died when I was tiny. Can barely remember her. Still have her picture, but, you know, see a stranger there.
Judy, watch out for her cuties. So poor, she can't even afford to have parents.
What was that? Those voices.
Voices? Didn't hear anything but you just now.
What was it like, living with your grandparents? How were they?
Granddad had a real knack for things technical. Taught me everything I know. And the stories he told, never got bored listening to him. And Grandma was temperamental. Hot 1 second, cool as steel the next.
Where'd your grandparents go? Night City?
Yeah, for a couple years. Rented the unit that's mine now. But they hated the city. Moved up to Oregon. Still go and visit them sometimes.
Let's keep going, Judy.
Aye, aye, Captain. Follow me.
We looking for anything in particular here?
Nah. Can't hurt to look around, though. Picking up very chill vibes. Feels like we're outside of time, like in a snow globe. After that, we can see what lies up ahead.
Hard to imagine anything that could be more out of place in an underwater world.
Bottled water?
Touche, Judy. Touche. Gotta say, I don't really get why they left their wheels behind when they had to evacuate.
Hey, how old do you think I am? These hunks of metal have got half a century on them. When I was about yay high, they were already here. And not in much better shape. It's good cover for playing Max Tack and Psychos, though.
Want to see what's further on.
Come on, then. Want to show you something. Got no idea how weird it feels swimming through here.
Where you used to run as a kid? Where daily life grinded along? Can imagine it a bit.
Church hasn't aged at all. Always looked old and like it had landed here from outer space. Bells were cracked too. Gave off this eerie, atonal clang. Weird, I had no memory of that seconds ago. Now I can almost hear them.
I don't know how it's possible, but I think I hear those bells too.
Seriously? You can hear my memories? It must be a side effect. Ah, closed. Shame.
Could look for another way inside.
Be my guest.
Did you like going to this church?
Never actually went to church. Never even really paid attention to it. It was just there, you know? Once we knew Laguna Bend was to be flooded, people gathered here.
I found an opening. I think we're safe to go through here.
On my way. Snuck in here once when no one was around. Stood at the altar and tried to imagine what went through the Padre's mind looking at all those people. Back then I wondered how he could read people's thoughts and know everything about them. Then I screamed at the top of my lungs to check the acoustics.
You didn't get chased off?
Ran out myself. Echo I got back scared the bejesus out of me. Thought it was that crush I had on Jenny Chapman. All that guilt I tried yelling out just flew right back in my face.
Ah!
Oh, thank fuck. You're alive.
What happened?
You passed out.
How'd you manage to lift me out?
Dunno, didn't think about it. Just did what I had to do. Hey, careful, easy now.
So, you're saying you saved my life. Thank you.
Told you diving into this toxic waste was gonna end badly. But you just don't fucking listen.
Heard something weird just now. Sounded like complaining?
Complaining? That the best you got, kid?
You heard that? It's incredible. Never happened before. But no worries, it's Johnny Silverhand's construct. You heard his thoughts, not mine.
Johnny? What?
Remember the relic? The reason for the whole damn heist. The Johnny Silverhand's digitized psyche was on it, and, well, his personality's seeping into my mind, taking over. You could say his mind's overriding mine.
Oh, shit, V. That mean you're disappearing? Can you stop it?
And here we go.
I got an idea, a plan. I just don't know if it'll, well, work.
Why do I even bother?
Doubt you should go back to the city just now. I'm pretty beat too. Last thing I want to do is drive. Let's stay the night. What do you think?
Why the hell not? Whose cottage is that then? You said you knew the owner.
One of our neighbors was hell-bent on staying in Laguna Bend. Badges literally dragged him out of his house before the water came in. So he built himself another house as close as he possibly could, but then he got sick. Water was way more toxic back then. I must be chilled to the bone. I'll brew a pot. How do you take yours?
Black, please.
Like the heart of a merc. Ah, forgot to start the generator.
I can turn it on.
You're gonna take it easy.
Promise to take it slow. Think you could have fine-tuned the emotive wave transmitters better back there. Feed I was picking up felt a bit flat, I want to say.
Speaking of harm's way, you know what I see?
Power's up.
You go that road to the city with O.TTer, so be careful.
Judy? What was that? Couldn't hear you clearly. Something the matter?
No, nothing.
You thinking about Evelyn?
Clouds has gone to shit. Tiger Claw No Next took revenge for Hiromi and the rest. There was a firefight. Tom's dead. Roxanne barely got out alive. House is closed until further notice. I'd rather not talk or think about it. Didn't want to tell you. Didn't want you to think I blame you in any way.
Why would you even assume I'd think that?
Dunno, I'm sorry. Let's just kill the subject. Think I'll go lie down. I'm beat.
Grr, this chick gets on my nerves. Let's you and me blow. Just don't wake her up.
Judy pisses you off. Why? Because she cares about people? And that reminds you you're a narcissistic asshole?
She's all over the place. Refuses to take the door, jumps out a window, then acts all surprised when she gets hurt.
She reminds you of Alt, doesn't she?
Oh, for no, nobody's even close to Alt and what me and her had. Let's get the fuck away, can we?
You fucking blow if you can. Not about to leave her alone, middle of nowhere.
No, I can't talk to you when you get this sentimental. Waste of words. At least take a nap so we don't have to argue.
Will you sit with me a while? Here's your coffee.
Morning.
Finally. Yesterday, I think I'd made up my mind. Actually, called you because I wanted to say goodbye. City's chewed me up. And spitting me out.
Fuck Judy. You're saying you want to leave, now. You know, I had this bizarre convo with the doll. Told me I had to fight, and I thought, fight for what? And now, just when I thought I knew what it was all for, friendship, trust, you're telling me you're leaving.
It's not like we won't keep in touch. Give me your hand, V.
Why? What for?
Don't say anything. Just give me your hand. All set. Congrats. Just gave you unlimited access to my pad.
Whoa, you're asking me to move in?
If it's what you want. Or just drop by when the urge grabs you.
Sure about this? Haven't known each other that long.
I like you. Consider you a friend. The way I see it, there's nothing else to consider. Take care, V.
This really it. Last time we see each other. Didn't seem so set on leaving just a sec ago.
See no reason to delay. I'll stay here a couple days, then head off. It's been nice knowing you, V. See ya. And hit me up on the holo sometimes.
See you, Judy.